I've got Beth. Recording in progress. Hello. So Beth, nice to meet you, Beth. Hello. And Jane. Hi, Jane.
Yeah, Jack and I just met like 10 minutes ago, but I found Jack online because I was stalking CF organizations, and I came across an article about Jack from the UK Trust, and I read all about him, and I was like, I got in touch within like 3 minutes. I was like, "Dear Jack, hello, please be my friend and do a thing because you're fantastic and I love you. And I have looked through your website now like 5 times, and please come do a thing." And then in terms of the beautiful ladies we've got here today, we've got Beth. Beth, do you want to introduce yourself or would you like me to introduce you? Because I'm happy to introduce both of you.
I'm sure you'll do a better job.
All right, so Beth is, I'm grabbing a pillow for my butt. Hold on, wait, because my butt. No, better yet, I have a stool. Oh, stools work a lot better. Okay, Beth is a famous lawyer. Beth is a cystic fibrosis community lawyer and patient, and she has
Right.
been helping the CF community with their legal issues, questions, concerns for um, since definitely I was in college and prior to that. So she has helped me personally. She is a treasure to the CF community in general. Any panel that has Beth on it is something you should attend.
Right.
Pitch
Very
for Beth.
fantastic.
And Jane, little Miss Jane over here, was in our New York City workshop, and she played the role of young Gabby. So she was our young leading lady.
Amazing.
She is like a young Carol Burnett, Sutton Foster type. She is hysterical. So I'm very excited to have you here. And then we are waiting on Carolyn, but if she's not here by like 12:05, I say we just get started.
Okay.
Carolyn is one of the top donors for Fall Risk, one of our top supporters. She is someone I did theater with when I was Jane's age. She's a treat. She's a mama. She's just excited to do anything involving the theater. So we've got a great group. Jack, I know I've already been like, you're the best, but did you want to say, like, hey, I'm Jack, here's what I do?
Hi, I'm Jack. I'm the best. No, not really. So my name is Jack. I am a Londoner. I live in London, and I'm an actor in London. While I was very young, I've got cystic fibrosis myself, and I spent quite a long time in hospital school growing up, in like NHS hospital school, and it was quite a strange route into acting and performance. Really, I think because I was in having IVs at the time. I'm not sure. Do you still call it IVs in the States? Intravenous antibiotics. And I was sort of bored. I spent a large amount of my childhood on hospital wards, bored and, but supported at the same time because obviously I had hospital education. And I'm still in touch with teachers that I had today, and I actually still facilitate now theatre for them, which is a full circle thing. But I discovered a real passion for all things performance and acting and theatre whilst being in that environment, which is it's not the typical way into it. And here in London, it's seen as quite an alternative way into it. It's a bit strange. And then I went to drama school. I went to two places. I went to LAMDA, which is where I learned, it's a drama school in a place called Hammersmith, where I sort of got into acting, sort of started to learn bits and pieces. And then I went on to do my full degree in physical theatre at a physical theatre school called Drama St. Mary's, where I spent 3 years learning all about the body and performance, which was really cool. I enjoyed it. And it was very interesting as well to actually go into physical theatre holding cystic fibrosis in your body as well. I've sort of discovered, I've learned more about my cystic fibrosis through focusing on the body in performance. And it's helped me in my career, actually, bringing both the physical theatre and the CF with me, it's kind of formed me as a performer in some way. And since then, I've worked with some really cool people. I've done some stuff on Netflix. I've taught up and down the country. I've been a performer in a lot of shows since graduating. I'm lucky enough to do that. And now I'm here teaching you guys, which is such a pleasure and a privilege. So thank you for having me.
Okay, so just to give a little formal introduction. Hi, my name is Nicole Court. I am a 30-year-old cystic fibrosis patient and bilateral lung transplant recipient as of 2019. I am the creator of Fall Risk the Musical, and my goal is to get a little closer to Broadway and a lot closer to the CF community. That's my goal. And I feel like storytelling is the most important part of cystic fibrosis advocacy. And my favorite way to storytell is through theater, especially musical theater, but pretty much any way I can get my body moving in a theatrical way, that's what I want to do. So I'm excited. And Jack, I'll just have you take it away. And then if and when Carolyn joins, I will admit her into our chat.
Fantastic. So really that's kind of, Nicole has summed up what this class is going to be about. It's going to be about expressing. We want to create like a safe space for expression. There is nothing too ridiculous that you have to feel. This is just about rediscovering yourself as a performer and really being truthful, I think. The sense of being honest to yourself. That's what we're going to explore. The alchemy as a performer of character. You know, how character and this state that is not you, something else can just emerge. It doesn't have to be all emotional and cerebral and using trauma and your past and all this stuff. They're tools that an actor can use, but sometimes we can just actually go on a more intuitive sense, just the journey from you to something that's not quite you. That's what I'm interested in exploring. So let's give it a go. Great. So I'm just going to shift my big bag over here. And just, I'm not sure what's around you guys, but if you're standing up, sitting down, feel free to stand up, create a bit of space for yourself. Great. Good job. And also don't feel any pressure at all to stay muted. If you want to contribute, have a chat, say what you think, by all means, do that. Great.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. So, oh, Jane, my goodness me, you've got so much space. That's perfect. Beth, have you got enough space?
Looks like she's moseying around. There we go. She's got space.
Fantastic. Love it. Beth's got so much space. Beth's left the house. Love it. Fantastic. All good. Yes, just saying that if at any point you want to take yourself off mute, you know, contribute your thoughts, have a chat, anything like that, you are more than welcome.
Yes.
Great. So, what we are going to start with. Cool. So, we're just going to concentrate first and foremost at finding neutral for ourselves. So, feet shoulder width apart. It tends to be slightly sort of closer together than what you might think. Oh my gosh, I just noticed the dogs. That's wonderful.
You're joining us today.
One day we'll all be as physically alive as those dogs. So, feet shoulder width apart, and just imagine that you have a string at the top of your head, and it's just pulling up. Just imagine it. It's just a string, it's pulling up, pulling you to the heavens, and everything else is just dangling from that string. Relaxation in the shoulders, relaxation in the fingers. It's good. It's good. No unnecessary tension. So just enough tension in the body so that we're standing up straight, but we're not holding anything like the dear life. It's just, yeah, it's just there. Now I'd like you to begin honing in on your breath. Breathe. It's going to be different for everyone. Just wherever the breath is in the body right now, accept it, don't try and change it. And then you begin to, you can use your hand for this if you want, whatever's useful, but just feel where the breath is resonating. Is it up here? Is it more in the diaphragm? Can you feel your ribs expanding on either side? Don't judge it, wherever it is. Nothing is good or bad. It just is. Your back, maybe. Fantastic. Just have a little stretch up here. Still breathing. Performer and person, even if you're not a performer, breathing is most important, as we all know. And now, still with this sense of openness, just beginning to become aware of any internal feeling in yourself that you're masking something, that you're immediately playing a character, you've got some armor up, something like that. Just become aware of if you do that. Don't judge it, just become aware. Do I hold myself in a particular way because I'm scared of what people might think? Do I stand maybe in a certain way because I'm just holding something? Just begin to let some of that go. Maybe in your mind, there are certain walls up in your mind that, a defense mechanism of some kind. We all do it to varying degrees. Just begin to just let it go. Just be neutral and just breathe. It's a sense that you are beautiful, you are perfect, and you are completely enough. You don't need to do anything else. You're a beautiful, imperfect, perfect person. Great. Wonderful. And now, in this quality, this really open quality, you listen to your body. I'm not going to lead like a warm-up, per se, for stretches that I want you to follow. I want you to do your own stretches. So, and the human body is a remarkable thing. If you listen to it on a very deep level, it will tell you what it wants. Just that. Feel that. But you have to breathe through it. You can't force it. It will just tell you what it wants to do. That's it. Good, Jen. Deep breath. Good. Cold, beautiful. Just don't force it. This is about using the body truthfully. That's what we want to do as a performer. Good. That's good. And you might even lose a bit of balance. And that shows that you're doing it for real. It's like I'm doing here, stretching up here, just listening to the body. Wonderful. And breathe. Wonderful. Okay, so just give me a thumbs up if you feel ready to move on. No rush. That's good.
Good.
Okay, and just shake it off. Shake it off. One arm's going, another arm's going. Love it. And actually feel free whilst you're moving your body to actually try and talk a little bit through it because it's also funny and it's good. It's the connection between the voice and the body. Keep it real. Keep it real. Oh, wonderful. Very good. Fantastic. Great. Back to neutral. Fantastic. Now I'm going to do a few exercises just about finding the center of our bodies, both as a performer and all that. About finding the center, emotional center, physical center. So I want you to imagine that you're surrounded by berry bushes with berries on. And you're just going to reach over here and pick one, bring it back. Good. And when you reach over, don't have the sense that your arm is cut away from the rest of your body. So it's not like, it's like the whole body, it comes from the floor. On the floor up, across, the weight takes you across. Good, Ben. Stunning. Yeah. Show me, Jane. So you're reaching. Good. And it's like you're being led. It's like the fingertips has got a string on them. Pick. And back. Good. Now we're going to add in a new count. So 1 and back. And then 2, the other side, and back. Try that. So leaning one way and leaning the other way. See if on that transition you can be like water in your body. So there's no gap in the middle. One movement. That's perfect. You're great. Beth, you're a stunning performer. Jane, sick. Good. Next layer. So you've got 1, 2, then on the third one, reach up. 3. That's it, and down. So 1, 2, 3. And as you're reaching up, it's really a sense. That's it, Jane. That's perfect. It's really the sense that you're pushing up from the floor. That's it. That's it. I get sense, truthful sense. Yeah. So when we're acting, when we're performing, nothing is just. It's we engage the whole body. That's great. From the top then. 1, 2, 3, and again. 1, 2. It's like water. Fantastic. 3, and then reaching up with the other arm. 4. Good. From the top. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and again. 1. Focusing on how your center is moving. 3, 4, and then for 5, we're reaching down. We're going down, picking the berries from the floor. 5, 6, other arm. Good. Nice and slow from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From the top. 1, center. 2, 3. 6. Good. And now I'm going to take the counts away. I'm going to take the counts away if we continue this now. And for every grab, I just want you to let out a little exhale. Yeah, just and feel how that changes in your body. So breathing in to reach in, then in. Good. Up. Good. And down. And down. Again. And now continue this. Keep going. But every time we complete a cycle of the movement, it just gets a little bit smaller. It gets a little bit smaller each time. So you're not stretching quite as far. Just as specific. You're not taking anything away, just the size. The sense is still there. Reaching, reaching, reach, reach. The center is still moving. The center is still moving. It's just smaller. Very small. Very small. See if you can capture that same feeling. It's very small. Down, 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 down. Still keep going, barely moving. Beautiful. See if you can maintain that same sense now, just by letting the arms go. The center is completely alive. Keep it going. Beautiful. Shake it off. Shake it off.
That's fun. I feel like a
Oh,
lot
is that-
cracked.
Sorry, Nicole. Say it again.
I feel like a lot cracked. It felt good.
Good. Any other observations from that, Jane or Beth? No pressure. Any thoughts? Good. Love it. Oh, is that Zen? Love it. Next exercise. I'm going to give you two options. If it's this exercise in free falling, so I'm just making sure I'm not bang my head. It's exercise in free falling. So there's this sense that I free fall, or if that's too physically exerting for people, we can also there's also this thing of the arm rocking. So can I get a show of hands for who's for one and who's for two, just so I know?
Probably one. I'll do
one is my two. Okay, that's fine, Beth. Yeah. So Beth, for you, it's just a sense of the arm goes up and it swings through, and as it swings through, it's like an exhale. And then before it comes back, there's a little moment. So you know when you throw like a tennis ball up in the air, and it goes up, and then it comes down. But before it comes back down, yeah, Nicole, there's just that sense of a moment of pause in the air. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so that's what I call suspension in performance. So, good. And that's what Beth's going to do. For us, what we're going to do is from neutral, the arms are going to come up like this. This is a way of us holding momentum. And we're going to fall down. It's going to be quick. And then as you get to the bottom of your arc, the legs just straighten. And then you sort of get that sense. That's perfect, Jane. Yeah, just don't force it. Keep it honest. So however high you go up, however high you go up is absolutely fine. And it's an exhale as you leave the floor. It's like you're a jet plane. Perfect. So let's just explore that a little bit. So just begin to explore whatever quality that is. Okay, if you're going to go with the arm rocking, and we're just going to experience the free fall for a minute. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And as you rise up from the fall, it's like an inhale. Perfect. I just fell over, but that's good. Just pause there, shake it off. Very good. Any thoughts on that? We don't do quite so much of that because it's quite a lot, but Any thoughts or feelings just from that sensation of free falling?
Yeah, that's like I see why y'all are like ripped, you know? Like it takes a lot of like if I'm doing what you say and I'm really just kind of like
You have to
letting it
surrender to it,
go,
yeah.
it's like I'm winded, but in like a good way, in like a way that I feel like it's doing
Mm.
something good, you know, like my whole body's awake.
And is that a set? What do you think, Jane?
I feel so zen and calm.
Good, 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 good. It's that sense of, as a performer, nothing is superficial or put on. I mean, even when we're doing extraordinary things on stage, like I belt a high note and I hit this fixed point that's beautiful, it's all, you know, real on some level. It comes from, do you know what I mean? So like actors who just go, oh, you know, it's all the body, but actually it's all the arms. But actually actors who are really best of the best, you know what I mean? It's all connected. And that's what it means to train your body as a performer. It's all working together. There is no body and voice. There is just the actor, the performer. And I think that's a wonderful thing. Beth, how are you doing?
Good. I think it's very good. It's sort of like in yoga, chest opening. So
Yeah.
like this movement feels
Mm.
very good in terms of opening your chest,
Mm.
which is good for CF, obviously. So I thought that was good.
No, that's right, 100%. I love it. It's such a nice. It was one of my favourite things at drama school because it does. It just activates those. It's very good in the morning because for me, when I wake up, I really feel the effects of CF during the night. You know, you feel very like the weight on the chest, and actually just you almost have to do the opposite of what you want to do, which is to not move. In my experience, I can't speak for anyone else, but it's actually do what you don't want to do, which is move. Get those things activated because it reminds the body actually, you know, there's space here that's not being used almost. It feels that way. Don't know if anyone else feels similar, but
Yeah, that I almost feel too, like I think when I was like when my lung function was exceptionally low, like 15%, I pretty much always stood like this or I sat like this and I kind of used it as a coping mechanism, like to just keep it grounded, but like this kind of movement like really helps. Like it's like I kind of have to force it a little bit, but it feels good. Like if I did this every day, I think I'd have better like
oh,
chest rib,
like,
you know.
my gosh, 100%. I just want to keep an eye on the time, bless you. But it's absolutely that thing with CF where I'm not in any way sort of diminishing the importance of medication because I mean, my gosh, that's the story of our life, isn't it? It's like that is such a vital part. But actually, I don't think it's 100%. I think it does, you know, I'd say 50%. I mean, of course, without the medication, I think I'd be in a much worse place. But the other 25% is mental, so you don't surrender to it. And the other 25% is actually your attitude towards your body. Because my go-to is, as you say, that feels very comfortable. But then you're actually locking so much space. I have to think about doing this. But but immediately you feel better. Because it's like, that's what, you know what I mean? It's true. It's really true. Thank you. It's such a good reminder, even for me as well. I'm not immune to it. It's like I find myself as well doing it, and I'm a movement director. It's like naughty. So, next exercise. This is one of my favourites. This is called the waiter. Actually, it's called the drunk waiter, but maybe that's not appropriate for Jane. So it's called the waiter. So your hand is out here, and it's a fixed point. So it's a right angle, back to school, and probably it's a little bit technical, this, So it comes in. That's it, perfect. And then it keeps on going, so it's there. And then it actually ends up like that. That's it, Jane, yeah, perfect. Takes a bit of flexibility. That's it. So I'll start again. So it's there. Come back. So like this, in, out. That's it. And then over the top of your head, because the idea is you don't want to drop plates. See? So plates are there from the top. Plates are there. Plates go in. Plates go out. Plates go over the top of your head. Get back to there. Oh, very good, Jane. That was majestic. Yeah, that's right. Is your arm sore?
Warm up.
Yeah, just be careful of that. Maybe keep your shoulders a roll. Can I see Beth? Nearly. I'll show you again. A bit more close up. So here, in. So you're back to karate chop yourself. And then round. And then over the top of your head, because you don't want to drop the plates. That's it. Perfect. Let's see that. Let's see that again. Let's have a look, Beth. That's it. Other way, other way. So start there. And then you're going to karate chop yourself. Other way. That's it. Perfect. And then keep going. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Let's have a look, Jane. Beautiful. Let's have a look. That's it. Through. So it's like your hand goes to the back. That's it. And then keep it going. Beautiful. Cool. Let's have a look.
I'm truly trying to envision plates. Like, don't drop the plates.
Don't drop the plates. Perfect. That is exactly it. Spent years doing it at drama school. Good. And once you've discovered that, just begin to try and take, it's easier than done, try and take the tension out of it. So it's okay if the hand goes a little bit like this. It's okay if you drop the plates, but just try and get it as one fluid, whatever it is. Fluid. And again, activate the whole body in it. Good. Get some fluidity in it. It's okay if you drop the plates. It's fluidity. Good. Lost it. There you go. Good. Wonderful. And now, other hand. Ooh, other hand. Well done. Take it slow. Keep it relaxed, but keep it slow. We all have a hand that we prefer to do it with as well. And shake it. Very, very good. Wonderful. Well done. How's everybody feeling? That was the warm-up.
Feels good.
Well done all. Very good. Do you want 2 minutes to get a drink, or are we okay?
Yeah, let's do. I'm gonna do a drink.
Yeah, just take 2 minutes and get a drink, and give me a thumbs up when you're good to go again.
So Jack, what is your favorite theatrical production to watch versus like what was one of your favorite theatrical productions to be in?
Oh, I think my favourite production I've ever watched was from an English theatre company, but they're very like European inspired. And it was a play called The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime.
I love that show. It's a good show.
It was, Jane, if you haven't seen it, you really should watch it. but it was a play called Curious Little Dog in the Nighttime. Have you seen it?
It's a good show.
And it was by a theatre company called, sorry, Jane.
Again, I just started up.
That's right. It was Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, and it was a play by Frantic Assembly, and it was just the most beautifully, physically embodied performance. You had people walking on the walls, you had people throwing themselves on each other, being caught, and it just all narratively made sense, and the acting was beautiful. My favourite show to have been in, I think it's got to be the David Glass Ensemble and the Gecko Theatre co-production of Waiting for Godot, which is a ridiculous play by Samuel Beckett, which is another one, if you haven't read it. It makes little to no sense, completely illogical, and by any stretch of the imagination, not really a very good play. It's really a very bad play. But to have the pleasure to sort of play awkward and to play, you know, like not being so heavy all the time, not being, oh, you know, we're serious actors and stuff, just playing words that make no sense, completely 100%. You just commit to this nonsense. That's the thing. Committing to nonsense was fantastic. Brilliant. And I loved it.
I have to say, all of the warm-up exercises that you helped us do, I almost believed my movements more than if I were to just do choreography I was told to do. You know, because like I think as actors, right, like you have to let go of embarrassment immediately, right? Like that has to be like acting 101. Go full out and don't be embarrassed, right? And I feel like your movements actually helped me kind of believe myself more, so I wasn't ridiculous. I'm actually water, you know, like it's not like, oh, be water, okay, you know, it was actually like, no, I'm water, you know, like
I felt so into it.
yeah.
Good. And actually that's what, and I think that the point is, and the whole point of movement direction, if you can get really into doing this or something, and you believe yourself in that situation, if you can do that with a ridiculous exercise, you can kind of, there's no reason you can't achieve that same sense when you're playing a character as well. And it goes further than that, because really, this wonderful teacher that I had at drama school said, all acting is really is, as an actor, are you pushed or are you pulled by something? That's it. So do you feel, oh, I'm going to push against this, or am I pulled back? So if I'm playing a scene, you know, bearing in mind this whole thing of the berry bushes, if someone's really offended me, it's not that thing of, oh, well, just, you know, whatever, do you know what I mean? But it's actually, you know, it's an emotional shift, and it's not in the brain, because that's not how we live our lives. Like we don't live our lives thinking, now I'm going to be upset by what you said. I just am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, and Jane, it's like when you're at school or something, it's like, I'm not going to decide to be interested by what you said. I just either am interested or I just am bored. That's it. And it's the same on stage. So it's about the shift of emotion, you know, there is no physical theatre, there is just embodied performance, good performance. That's it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are we, sorry, I do witter on a little bit, I know that, sorry.
We're good, and I think you answered all my questions.
Good. So should we continue on?
Let's do it.
Great. We are going to go through the states of tension, which is one of my favorite actor tools. So they go from 1 to 10, and it's all about the amount of tension that we hold in our body and how that helps us play a character in a given situation. And they can all be used, but they're not often used, which is a shame. I'd say that 90% of the acting that we do either takes place between 3, 4, and 5. But there's a whole spectrum of things that we can play, which are wonderful, and I play them all the time, and people are like, it's such a weird choice, but I liked it, and I go, oh no. So, that's starting then from number 3, actually. I don't normally do this, but we're going to start from number 3. And number 3 is a state of tension that I just call neutral. Show me number 3. Good. And just in this, perfect, and in this state of 3, begin to just explore the room that you're in. Maybe pick up a few things, you know, whatever, just pick up, just interact with the room, but do it in neutral. So be as boring as you possibly can, okay? Just be as boring as you possibly can. There's no story. So I walk somewhere, I pick up my water, I drink my water, and then I put my water down. There is no theatre here. There is no acting here. There is just, I do it. Good. Happy with that? It's actually one of the hardest to do. That's it. Okay, so perfect. So I pick up my drink, I drink my drink, I put the drink down there, and that's the end. What's that, a pen? Fantastic. Just beautifully. That's right, Beth, yeah. I pick up my drink and I put my drink down. That's it. I pick up my phone, and put my phone down. That's great. So that's number 3. Boom, shake that off. Boom, be a bit more expressive. So that's number 3. Number 2 is the state that we call in England and France the Californian. Hope nobody takes offense. But it's just that sense of like, yeah, like it's kind of not quite enough tension to sort of live life, but it's just enough tension to stand up. So it's like water running through the whole body, and just explore what that's like. Good, good, good. And what's it like? And the breath is in all of this, by the way. So breathe like it's level 2. And just, what's it like to wave in this tension? Right, right, right. Oh yeah, and just really, you know, abandon. You know, this thing of don't hold the arms, keep it real. So if the arms want to flop over here, don't flop over there. Right. And can we just try, in this very relaxed state of tension, just say, hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Perfect. Beth, can I hear you say hi, how are you? Very relaxed.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Even that was perfect. Jane, yes.
Hi, how are you?
Even less. Even less. Give it less energy.
Hi, how are you?
Perfect, 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 perfect. The whole jaw, you know, the jaw's not even got enough in it really. And then level 1 is just going to be, you don't have to lie down for it, but level 1 is just, you have nothing. It's just nothing. And this is what I call puddle. Just barely even, there's no tension. Puddle. Breath, shallow. I haven't got enough tension in my body to take a deep breath, really. Just perfect, 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 perfect. But the ground is sucking you in. Even if you wanted to get up, it wouldn't be possible. Can I just hear a few voices in here? Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Perfect, perfect. Beth.
Hi, how are you?
This is perfect. The words aren't even coming out. Jane.
Hi, how are you?
I love it. It's that thing on set. Hi, how are you? It's just numerous words that come out like one word. And shake that. Get a bit of energy back in your body. Good, 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 good. Are we good to carry on? Should we go up the levels now instead?
Yeah.
Okay, safe to carry on. Fantastic. Yeah. So back to 3, neutral. Great work, everyone. Okay, level 4 is what we call in France Japanese quality. It's this thing of I'm still in neutral, but whenever I move, I just move one bit at a time in my mechanism. And just keep it very specific, very sharp. Just one finger at a time. And what's it like to take a step in this? A step. And every time that you move, it's like a little explosion of an exhale. It's sort of like Big Hero 6 vibes. And keep them very quick. I mean, what a charming character that is. So it's just like a character that strolls along in 2, careful, 1, careful, and then just, and 4. It's very charming. Fantastic. Oh, I love that. Look, they're very, very, very inquisitive. Jane, yeah, good. Beth. Love that. Cool. Okay, shaking that off. Going up a level. We're going to level 5 now. Level 5 intention, which is what I've called the Londoner. So it's a bit more loose, but a bit more aggressive, and it's just, I'm going somewhere, and I'll change my mind. I want to go over here, actually. I want to go over here, here, here. No, you just got on your wallet, and over here, and it's just quick. Everything's just not quite, everything's not quite committed to. I've got to go here, go here, oh my God. And then let's go 3, neutral, 4, and then 5. So you've got your places to be, places to be. Very good. 5, 5. And then 6, level 6. This is where the level of tension becomes not about speed. It becomes not about speed, but it becomes about the stakes rising. The stakes are rising. So level 6 is called, is there a bomb? That's what it's called. Is there a bomb? And it starts on the outskirts of the room. So find a back wall, whatever your back wall is, and it's just about now, the whole room is a potential for danger. Everything. You want to look everywhere. Everywhere. Good. Everywhere is a risk. It's a full risk. It's a thing of everywhere is a risk. You don't quite know where the bomb is, but is there a bomb in here? I'm not too sure. And it's like, that's it. You're doing it naturally, isn't it funny? But you're moving towards the camera while you do this. Good. And then this transitions perfectly into state number 7, which is there is a bomb, which is the same quality, but you just do it backwards. You move backwards. There is a bomb somewhere in here. And I'm moving gradually back, very slowly. That's it. And once you get to a wall, just cling to it like a chameleon. Just rush. Back here. There is a bomb. It's like you want to become part of the room. Good. Moving on to level 8, which is that what I think it is? Is that what I think it is? Which is where you pick a point in the room. I'm going to pick the camera, but you don't have to pick the camera if you don't want to. And it's just that sense of, is that? And it gets lower. Slowly move towards it. That's it. The mystery. Mystery. Is that what I think it is? Can't be. Can't be what I think it is. Then that transitions into state number 9, which is it's a dog, and then that is state number 9, which is it is what I think it is, which again is the same, but it's moving backwards. Very slowly. That is what I think it is, and I'm moving backwards very slowly. And you can express in the breath in this state as well. It's that sense of that's what I think it is. And when you get to the wall at the back, this time you just want to, it's not even enough to become part of the wall. You just want to make yourself as small as possible. Just, it's like don't even look at me. Crumple up. As tight as you can. State number 9. Good. And then from this crumpled mess, state number 10, which is just as much tension as we can physically put into this session. Everything is just tight. Tight, 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 everything tight, tight, tight. And then one. Let it go. Everything let it go. Good. You can gradually just make your way back to your normal position, whatever that is, and come in for a chat. Don't rush it. It's a lot. Good. Fantastic.
That was fun.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on it? Anything that came to mind as we went through the states of tension?
I need to do this like every day, like just from like a physical exercise perspective, but also from like a, just like Jane was saying, just feeling like the vibes, of just like feeling good.
Absolutely, 100%. It's such a useful thing just to sort of remind your body of actually, it's a beautiful thing, just the spectrum of states the body can be in. And we spend so much of our lives just in the whole like neutral, 5 if I'm in a rush, and 4 if I'm, need to call a bus or something like that. But there's so many other states that we can play in. I think. Really extraordinary, which we do use in life, but we're not conscious of them. Really extraordinary things of like, what did you say? What? It's real weird senses. Something that I like exploring when I'm acting. It's cool. Jane, how are you doing? What did you think?
Oh my God, that was amazing.
Good. But were there any characters that sprung to mind? Any situations that sprung to mind whilst you were going through?
Well,
No pressure.
when was it stage 10?
Yeah, real.
I feel like I had just like either gotten really, really angry or I was really, really scared.
100%. Yeah, so there is a relationship between those two. You're absolutely right. And that moment, you might not be in 10 for very long on stage, but it's just a moment where something makes you so cross that you just calm myself down again. So it's, you know, we can, as actors, we can go into these moments without having to necessarily switch this on all the time. Not saying that you should act without emotion all the time, but you don't need emotion. Actually, intention and physicality are enough as well. Sometimes we don't have to imagine all sorts of things. Beth, how are you feeling?
Great. I'm feeling great. I agree with Nicole. I think it was just great exercise for your body, but it also made me think about, how your body reacts to different situations. So different prompts that you gave, and then to realize, in different situations, your body really moves in different ways.
Yeah, 100%. You really see some extraordinary physicalities within people if you actually watch them in real life. Obviously, they aren't conscious like this was of what they're doing, but you see people, wow, that's a really extraordinary sort of form shape that actually we can bring in performance in just the same way.
Yeah, and I agree with Jane too that the most tension-filled poses almost gave me like Bat Boy. Like Bat Boy would be a lot more tight and tense as opposed to like a person on the Titanic who would be a lot more upright and pulled toward the ceiling and gentle and slow. And, like
Right.
just that character alone, you can see like is different from like tension to tension. So that was pretty cool.
And this is the whole sort of point of my workshops. We're going to finish in just a second, but this is the point of my workshops and my sort of philosophy as a performer. It's not really philosophy, it's just what I picked up, but it's there is no physical part of acting. What do I do with my hand? And there is no like voice. They aren't discoverable without each other. And we've proven that. It's like the innate ability of humans for alchemy of character and imagination, just by changing the state of tension that we have in our body to something that is unusual. As you say, Nicole, we go, actually, I can imagine in a very truthful way someone in the Titanic being like this. Actually, I can imagine in a very truthful way, this is how someone might draw a sword in Shakespeare. It's that drawn in that quality of, this is what I think it is. Okay. It's got that feeling about it. And that's what I think acting should be led by. Feeling. If like you watch children in a playground, they don't go, well, we really should discuss this first in a meeting. They just go, oh yeah, let's do this. So we as professional actors have a lot to learn from children. We've learned too much almost. Yes, Jane, absolutely, 100%. We have a lot to learn from you. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Jack, and I appreciate you hosting this class. This was amazing, and thank you, Jane and Beth, for participating. My next steps are going to be to send a follow-up email along with a copy of this video in full, and then I will tell you when I'll post snippets of this class on all of our social media. So thank you again, guys.
Thank you. It's wonderful. Great way to start the week.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Hi, Jack. Yeah, thank you so much again. This was wonderful. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, it was such a pleasure to run it, and of course any other like involvement that you might see me having. It's like it's a relationship now that like obviously I know of Full Risk now, so I would love to get more involved as and when it's appropriate, and if something comes about, I love it.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll be in touch, especially when we do like more international collaborations. We've got a lot going on in Canada. Our EP was just released via our music producer who's in the UK. So I think we're going to have a lot more London, UK collaborations, in which case, I will be one text away.
Love it. Honestly, love it.
Perfect.
So pleased to have done it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you again, and I will be in touch soon.
Thanks, Nicole.
All
Take
right.
care.
Bye. Bye, Jack.